people will say the harshest shit in the YouTube comments.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's why I don't read it.
I just don't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Bulletproof for BJJ podcast. We are in the new studio. You may have picked up on the echo. It's because it's literally been built in the last 2 days and it's real new. It's super raw.
Yeah, I'd love to turn the cameras around, but that's not happening because they're on tripods and shit. But yeah, we did it. We've been in this office for years now. This is the office of the gym that we record in and the gym that we do our training at, Jungle Botany. It's my gym.
Yes.
The office is huge. And so we've always podcasted in one corner.
In the corner, yeah.
And there's like coaches and shit trying to work and it's fine. It actually works really well. It has done for a long time. But I think it was your idea. You're like, we should chuck a wall in here, right? Yeah. And it was like, yeah, we should. And just whatever. Always seemed like it's a big deal, right? To just go and put a wall in. It's so permanent.
It is. It's absolutely changed this place. So I've been coming. How long has Jungle Brothers been at this spot here, Jungle Botany?
7 years, I think.
7 years. So the whole time I've been coming here, I was always impressed. I was like, this upstairs office is a banger because there's a big desk. There's a big, like, is it 12-seater? 10-person?
Yeah.
It's huge. Like it's
an oak desk.
It's a tree.
Dylan and I moved it. We moved it about 2 meters.
Wow.
I was like, Dills, you pick up. We just shift it over here a little bit. I almost died.
My God.
Bro, it is so heavy.
It is literally like carved section of a tree. It's beautiful. It's this huge conference table. And what I was always impressed about is like in the old days, you know, Tiora, like we throw back to when the boys had their respective corners. I think Tiora had a tatami.
He had the tatami with he had like a chipboard desk console thing that he like cut the bottom half off. So it was like down for like a
squat, sit down, you know, in a very kind of primal way. And
he never got any work done.
No. But man, that man can squat. But yeah, it was just interesting how the spaces have evolved over time. And I think, I can't remember at what point, but I was like, you know what? I actually thought we could section off a smaller portion of the office because I was like, it would be a bit rude to just take over half the office, which is what we've done.
Well, because then when you start looking at it, you're like, well, if we say we just made it like a corner, like a booth,
box.
What does that do to the other room?
Rest of it.
It's odd, right? So it kind of made sense once we started looking at it. It was like, you just turned it into 2 rooms. Like if the place is big enough to warrant it.
It is. And
it just feels luxurious for us.
It's awesome. But essentially, it is also, I feel, gives a bit of a push to other people next door. Like, hey, I want to use that podcast booth. I want to make some content. I want to put it out there in the world. Now, what's great is Mr. Hook, Aaron Hook, has built this wall here, which has got soundproofing in it. So that's quite good. But because the space is so empty now, we now have a pretty intense echo, which we will work on dampening.
Yeah, exactly. He's still building it. Walls up. He was going to throw the last coat of paint on this morning, but his van battery died, so I couldn't get in.
Poor fella.
But yeah, we will have curtains. We will have furnishings. We'll put a rug down. It's going to make the sound quality a lot better. And we're also going to tweak the camera positions and that whole setup, but little by little. So probably, I don't know what, maybe I would say a few weeks for it to kind of take that form.
Come to full fruition.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool because it is the evolution of the space. It's the evolution of the podcast. You know, we're here. It's, season 4.
Wow.
My goodness. Who knows where it goes from here?
Sky's the limit.
But yeah.
Well,
well,
it's just a podcast.
It's just a podcast. But there's a roof. There is a ceiling.
This episode is brought to you by Parry Athletics. Parry Athletics make the best no-gi training gear in the world of jiu-jitsu. They've been a show sponsor of ours for some time now. We love them. We love their gear. They make the greatest training shorts, both for in the gym, lifting weights and doing your mobility, as well as being on the mat. You can get 20% off when you use the code Bulletproof20 at checkout. Go to parryathletics.com and make sure to use the code Bulletproof20 to get 20% off.
Do you find you get thirsty at training? I do. I do all the time. I'm a sweaty human and I need to hydrate. Now, the biggest problem is by the time you're thirsty, it's a little bit late. You need to hydrate. And that's why we got Sodi. Sodi is sponsoring the show. We've got all the colors of the rainbow. Great flavors here. We've got salty citrus, salty pineapple, salty berry, and my favorite, salty grapefruit. And they will be releasing 2 new mystery flavors soon. So why do we need this? It's going to prevent our muscle cramps. It's going to help our energy delivery. And it's also going to mean you're less tired, which is an advantage when you're training. If you want to maximize your jiu-jitsu and feel good when you're rolling, you need to get Sodi. And when you purchase, enter the code Bulletproof20 at checkout for 20% off. Oh, yeah.
But I think what is really cool is we appreciate y'all tuning in all this time, putting up when we fuck up, when there's a buzz or an echo. I know some of you out there hate us for it and unsubscribe, but fuck you because you're not here right now. But for the rest of you, love ya. And then also fucking stay tuned. Look at this space. Look at what we're doing here.
I do like you do. It's funny, right? Like people who have been listening to the show for a long time are probably stoked for us, and they've watched us kind of start at the beginning and like grow over time, right?
Sure.
And but you get people that come on late stage, always new people come in, and they come in and they're like, "Yo, what's with the sound quality, bruh?" Because they're like listening to Huberman and Tim Ferriss and shit, and they're like, "Yo, Bulletproof, like that's a echo in there." We're like, bro, I know. It's getting better, okay? Cut us some slack. But that is the interesting thing that happens, isn't it?
But the funny thing is, I think the difference between Joey and I is I read the YouTube comments. They say you shouldn't, but like, I sometimes I reply, sometimes I don't. And sometimes I'll reply pretending to be Joey to make fun of myself. And people are like, oh, how relatable. I'll literally say, I'll put a little, Joey said this. He's like, Joe didn't say that. But
yes, I agree. Quit, Joey.
But it's one of those things that it's really interesting that people will say the harshest shit in the YouTube comments.
Oh yeah,
like
that's why I don't read it.
I just don't know.
I do sometimes.
I'm like, why are you on this channel? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you take 20 or 30 seconds out of your life to say something so harsh, But maybe it makes them feel better. Maybe, it's like a form of therapy.
I mean, you like saying some harsh shit.
I do, but
I can see where, like it comes from a similar place. I'm guessing that just that person happens to be like, I'm going to type my nasty thing out.
Maybe, but I think when I say harsh things, it's not being nasty. It's just cutting away any edifice of nicety to get to the truth. If someone just says, fuck you, that's not the truth. If they said, hey, there is a reason why I dislike you and hence A, B, and C, say, okay, that's your take. That's fine. But just insulting people for the fact that they're trying to do something or not being as successful as you would like, I don't think that warrants,
I think it's whack, yeah, for sure.
But anyway, we are here. It is evolving, and I thought we'd at least say something addressing it.
Can I give a shameless plug?
Oh, do it.
I got to give a shout out. So I actually do a second podcast here. It's the gym podcast.
Yep.
It's called Jungle Brothers Podcast, and it's where I talk with co-owner of this gym, one of, there's a couple, but one of Paul, and we talk about gym shit, running a gym, our gym philosophy, that sort of thing. It's completely unrelated to Bulletproof, but if you are into the gym shit and you want to know more about that side of what I do, go and give it a listen. It's same kind of deal, but just one episode a week. It's also going to be calling this place home, and who knows, we might even start doing a video thing now that it's
very nice.
But yeah, I think that would be sick. I'm super excited for this space, bro. I think it's going to be great. I appreciate the listeners bearing with us while we fix the sound quality. You can't not hear the echo once you're in here.
There, yeah. But I mean, look, if you guys have any suggestions, we are consulting our friends who have experience in interior design. But yeah, those soundproofing pads are crazy expensive. You see them a bit, they're kind of a foot by a foot. They're kind of like a couple $100 a pop. So it's very hard to get those. But if you have any suggestions other than egg cartons for absorbing sound and also making things less echoey, please leave them in the comments section. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and I mean, if you make handmade woven tapestries, you could just do a sick one
with the Bulletproof logo.
Fist, portrait of JT and I. Yeah. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
We'll take a tapestry.
And don't forget to share this podcast with a friend. Word of mouth helps a lot. Appreciate.